So, you bought an influencer scam token, eh? Well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Which one would you like to hear first? Here, let's start with the good news, okay? The good news is that you're watching this, which means that, hey, there may yet be some type of hope for your dumb ass if you bought this coin. Because I'm going to drag you into the light and make you face your own stupidity. I don't know if that's technically good news or bad news, but anyway, the badder news, okay, is that if you invested in this and got rug pulled, which is practically everyone who wasn't an insider, but if you invested in this, it's over. Congratulations. You have thrown your money into a black abyss, never to return.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now, what have we learned from this? Well, I think in order to drive the point home, we need to go just a little bit further in understanding how this scam even started in the first place, which brings us back to this little clip right here.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk too and spit
No,
on
like-
it. Spit on it.
Now, because we live in such a civilized country, the young lady in this clip, Haley Welch, goes insanely viral, okay? Viral to the point that she is seen everywhere in a matter of hours across damn near every platform on social media. For whatever reason, the world took a massive liking to Haley, and as soon as the video blew up, she quit her job because all of a sudden she had all of these insane deals landing on her doorstep. To the point where she needed to hire brand managers to schedule booking events because she's being asked all of a sudden to make guest appearances all over the country and being paid thousands of dollars in the process. She's an instant celebrity, y'all. Fast forward a couple months and Jake Paul's Better Company decides to hire Haley to be the voice behind a podcast as well. And just like that, her media career is off to the races. People are literally throwing money at this girl. And at this point, you know, she's a celebrity, right? So she takes the offer, of course, and starts up her podcast appropriately titled Tuah. I've listened to about 8.5 minutes of it. And that was before I had to cut it off because I just didn't get whatever everybody else was drawn to. But hey, different strokes for different folks. I'm not here to judge. We all have our likes and dislikes. But anyway, so financially, at this point, Haley is doing great. She was able to quit her job and instantly secure a lucrative media career, all because of that one viral clip. But apparently, whatever money she was making from appearances and her new podcast contract wasn't enough for Haley Welch, because she then decided that the next best thing to do, as a recognizable face with a top 3 podcast in the country, according to Spotify, the next best thing to do was to endorse a crypto token that was created after her likeness called Hawk. Some people are calling it a meme coin, but I consider crypto tokens created by public media figures to be much less than whatever a meme token is. When a celebrity or influencer, especially an influencer, releases a meme coin, it's always going to end badly. I don't understand how people keep falling for the same damn scam over and over and over again. And I'm not as nice about it as CoffeeZilla is, because I'm going to call you exactly what I think you all are, and that's idiots. If you brought into any one of these dumbass crypto scam coins and ended up getting rug pulled, then it's what you deserve. I'm not about to sit here and pander to y'all and hold your hand and say, oh, it's not your fault, you didn't know. My first question to anybody who bought into Hawk Coin would be, why are you throwing your money into anything that you do not understand? That's the very first sign of a true born idiot and someone who goes around making unbelievably bad decisions. And that's a you problem, not a me problem. So Haley Welch and her team, the team that brought her on to be the face of this absolute disaster, launched the coin. But there's a problem. And in order to explain exactly what this problem was in better detail, I'm going to rely on the guy who cracked this story wide open and play just a few minutes and pieces of the video that he made on it, because he goes into great detail about how this entire scam played out. And I implore you, if you haven't seen it, please do go and watch this video right after you're done watching this. Check out CoffeeZilla's video because it is ridiculously hilarious. All right. But let's get Tuah. That was bad. Let's get to it.
Today we're breaking down the Hawk Tuah scam, exactly how it happened, and I'm going to confront the people behind it. Well, I did last night, and let me just say, it didn't go very well.
Be happy to answer any
I have questions. I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey guys.
What CoffeeZilla?
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
Profiting from the
There's
rug
no
pull, I
rug
think it's
pull
relevant.
because we didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. That's defamation.
Doc,
You're saying
do the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled a rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not gonna let me talk? You just talk over me. You talk over me.
I'm hearing bullshit.
Yeah, these people were completely unhinged, unwilling to take any accountability, and we'll talk more to them in a second, but I want to break down the Hawk Tuah scam. I think people are confused with this kind of stuff. I want to start with the big tweet that kind of set it all off. That would be this by Bubble Maps, which showed 96% of the supply was controlled by the team and was being sent out to a bunch of smaller wallets. The implication being that some of them might be dumping on you. Pretty quickly, the Hawk Tuah girl came in to copy and paste what her team told her to say, which said, team hasn't sold one token and not one key opinion leader was given one free token. We tried to stop snipers as best we could through high fees at the start of the launch. And so you see their awful tokenomics here, along with this response. The team hasn't sold one token. And then they post, obviously, a screenshot of a lot of sells from insiders who did not have to pay. You can see on the bot side, there's nothing. And then on the sold side, they're making a lot of money. So how did you get free tokens? Well, you were an insider, right? And I just want to show you exactly how the Hawk Tuah team is sort of lying by omission here when they say the team hasn't sold one token. And that's because they pre-sold the tokens, guys. They sold them to a bunch of investors with a pre-sale, and then those people were unlocked immediately upon launch. So you can see that with her tokenomics here. It says Haley's locked for 12 months, but you can see the strategic allocation is fully unlocked immediately on token.
So let me explain that for those who may not understand exactly what is going on here, okay? For one, when they said that they were trying to hide this or trying to keep or deter snipers from getting at this coin, their plan was to keep people who basically abuse the system. They come in, they buy up a bunch of tokens, right? And then they wait for the value of the token to go up, and then they snipe you out of position. In other words, they pull the trigger, they take their cut, and they run as the cost of the token continues to plummet into the ground, and you lose value very quickly. Now, it says here that 10%, okay, 10% Haley was locked in for 12 months, a 3-year linear vest. Now, let me explain what that means for those who don't understand. Again, a 12-month lock was supposed to mean that Haley cannot sell any tokens for 1 year, 12 months. So they said that purposely in order to make investors and buyers believe that, hey, I'm in this for at least a year's time, a year's run, 12 months. I'm in this. I'm not selling, meaning there's no way you're going to get rug pulled, guys. There's no way I'm going to come in and somebody is going to sell all their tokens and they're going to leave you with nothing. That's not going to happen because Haley is locked in for 12 months. So it was supposed to be an additional incentive, if you will, to get people and new buyers to run to this token, buy it with the passive idea that, well, the owner of this isn't selling for 12 months, so I should at least also be comfortable with holding it for 12 months. That was the idea. But let's see how that actually goes and what they actually did to circumvent this
generation event. Now, I spoke to some people who bought into this pre-sale. They say they got in at $16.69 million total valuation, which means that if they sold out the whole 17%, you're looking at about $2.8 million raised by pre-selling these tokens. So it is essentially a lie to say her team didn't sell tokens. Well, they pre-sold them, and then those investors dumped on your fans. That's the problem. Because Bubble Map says we found 285 investors join the Hawk pre-sale. That's about what I saw as well. 89 wallets sold 100% on launch. 47 sold over 50%. Anyway, you can see in total, $3.3 million were sold. Again.
So again, let me go back here. Because they were able to pre-sell to investors, insiders, before you, the retail investor or the retail buyer, before you ever got a chance to buy a token, they had already had some pre-sold. 89 of those wallets sold 100% immediately. And of course, they got first dibs. They got first dibs on the coin, meaning before you could ever, you, the retailer, the buyer who bought this dumbass coin, before you ever had a chance to do anything, the items that were the tokens that were pre-sold to prior investors, they got first dibs. What did you think that they were going to do? Once they saw the flood of people coming in buying tokens, they decide, I'm out.
$3.3 million were sold. Again, as you'll see, on mostly Haley Welch's fans, or Hawk Tuah Girls fans, and I know what you're thinking. Who falls for this? Well, unfortunately, with situations like this, they're not targeting crypto bros. They're mostly targeting, like, actual fans who've never been involved in, the crypto space before. They don't know any better, and you're going to hear the guy behind a lot of this say that explicitly.
These are people that are outside of crypto that we're going to be onboarding, and they don't give a shit. They don't even know what a market cap is. They just go, oh, cool, free coin. Now I get to join a community. Cool. Done.
A community.
Not only did they say it, they sold it in a pitch deck. You can see the Hawk deck here. Massive onboarding event. Hawk will onboard normies. So that's why I just don't buy this thought of, oh, well, if you bought this, you deserve to get scammed. Okay, fine. But a lot of the people who bought it had never bought crypto before. They were targeting those people. They said as much in our call. Now, the other part of this scam that I really need to break down because people don't understand it exactly is the fee scam, okay? When this launched, they had 15% fees on trading. They said that this was to stop snipers. But basically what this means, and because the team now blames snipers for a lot of this rug pull, but what it means is they benefited the entire way. You can see in 24 hours, they made almost $2 million from this fee. Meanwhile, on Deck Screener, you can see the sniper, which is the #1 trader on this coin, they made about $1.3 million in their total profits and loss. So they actually made less in total profits, this sniper that ruined the project, than the team made on fees. I, of course, asked who benefited. Did Hawk Tuah Girl make the money? Who made the money in this whole thing? And they essentially dodged the question. Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the
Who's making fees?
So we can keep this thing going for years. Okay. That's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteor Pools, and that goes to yes, the creator, right?
Which is who? Who does that own? Who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project.
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
CoffeeZilla.
I'm just trying to figure out who owns it.
You know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands, to hire directors? You think this stuff pays for itself? You know, this is how you run a project forever.
Now, let me go back here because I want to explain this a little bit more as well. When he talked about the 15% cost of the trading fee, right, or what they call a dynamic fee, right? You can see it right there, and it's at 15%. That means no matter what you did, whether it was being bought or being sold, they made profit both ways, which meant that they were going to make money no matter what. This is how they set it up. Then you can see there they have a protocol fee of 20%. They were making money both ways. Both ways. That is how they circumvented Haley having to hold the coin for 12 months, because at that point it doesn't matter if she can't sell it for 12 months because she's already made her money in the dynamic fee of 15%, of 0.15%. And then you see the current 1% of whatever the guy sold, which he made $2.2 million off of it. He bought 900,000 some odd shares. He walked away with 2.2. That's where he got the 1.3 in overall gains from the crypto sniper, who they are saying ruined the entire project. But let's continue.
In 24 hours, they made a guy who has some connections in Hollywood, and he seems to be the guy connecting Hawk Tuah Girl with crypto, and he said he was teaching her a meme coin class, okay? And he goes unhinged on her call. 3, you have the guys running the crypto token. And 4, you have the insiders who paid money to get early access to this coin and then are rug pulling a lot of Haley Welch's fans. What you want to make of that, who you exactly want to assign blame to, is up to you. A lot of people are saying, oh, she didn't know any better. She's getting taken advantage of. Maybe, or maybe she's making a ton of money, talking about Hawk Tuah Girl. So, with that said, I just want to show you the call last night. That is what I knew going into this call. And you'll see my questions target some of these different aspects of what I believe to be a scam.
People outside of this spaces, right? The people here, you guys are already y'all are ahead every day thinking everything's a scam. And you know what? You guys are right. Everything is a scam, but not this.
Not this.
We did not spend 6, 7.
No, never this. Everything is a scam in the world, but not Hawk Coin. We would never scam you guys. We would never treat you like everybody else. We would never treat this random crypto coin that we created from a person who blew up from a 10-second clip on social media. We would never use that to rug pull all of you and take millions and millions worth of your money and sit back and laugh while you get caught holding the bag. We would never do that, guys. Not us. Everything is a scam, but not Hawk Coin.
7 months of our lives dedicated to trying to do something cool, right? To do something different, not dumping on you, not bundle snipes. Not 100% of the liquidity or whatever was bundle sniped by the team and propped up charts. You guys are not the target audience. Sorry to say, right? This is not the target audience.
Who's he talking to?
The target audience, which is why I'm even doing this, which is what's cool about it, is it's not in this spaces. And listen, most of you, we don't want you in the community. Let's be real, right? You're not great people. I don't know y'all, right? I see some friendly faces in this audience.
Great. You don't want most of everybody in it? Cool, no problem. Then refund everybody who bought that stupid ass coin. It's an easy solve. Refund everybody who bought a coin, who bought the token. Easy fix. Since you don't want them there, you don't want them. So refund them. But you're not going to do that because you've already made out like a bandit.
Having a meltdown.
You know, honestly, y'all, you guys, right? There's a lot of negativity in the space. I think crypto brings the mentally ill into this thing, right? If you guys are in crypto, you're most likely.
Listen, I don't want to play this whole thing because I do want you all to go and watch this video if you haven't seen it already. I do want to play one particular part before we get up out of here. There's a part at the end here, okay? If I can find it, hopefully I can find it. Hopefully I can find it. You're going to love this part.
We're by related wallets, friends of friends.
And he said, where's the money going to? And then Hawk Tuah girl, decided it was time for bed, and that was the end of the space.
So I'm sort of curious, like, not for the token price itself, but just in terms of the fact that there's fees that are being generated, there's an actual, like,
hey guys,
income.
I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Nick doesn't even know how to respond to this. By the way, you all, this was supposed to be a live event for them to break down and answer questions to people who had all these different claims saying that they were scamming them and they had rug pulled them. This was supposed to be a live event for them to show face and answer questions. What ends up happening at the end of this, before they end up muting CoffeeZilla because he was basically he was basically packing them up. And before that happened, Haley Welch decided, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I'm going to bed. I'll check back in with y'all later, tomorrow maybe not. And y'all go ahead and y'all still have this conversation about whatever it is that y'all having. Do you see the amount of care from the person who is the face of this stupid ass crypto coin? While everybody has lost money, she decides, hey, you know what? I just really want to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed. You all have a great night. I'm out. And Nick, the person who was speaking here, doesn't even know how to respond to that because he's like, wait, what the fuck? Are you seriously going to leave me on this? And you're supposed to be on this fucking panel as a representative of your own fucking crypto coin? But again, this is the goofiness that you all are dealing with, and this is what you bought into, which is why I don't feel sorry for any of you, because you're not supposed to be throwing your money at the wall and seeing if it sticks. You got to have some more discernment than that. Sorry. So after she goes to bed, I ended up finding this clip here as well. On Penguin's Zero channel. And before we get out of here, we're going to check this out too.
But listen, it's all love. I understand everybody around here is kind of used to the same thing. There's only one way to prove that this is not just like everything else, which is just not give up, right? And keep going and keep doing everything, that you possibly can.
Inspirational.
Right? Inspirational.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
He's
the
right.
only way that it's a rug or the only way that it's a scam is if you give up on it.
That's right.
And that's the one thing
That's right,
that we can
guys.
say is no one's giving up on this.
Mm-hmm.
So over here,
absolutely.
Or if you want to ask Haley some questions, let's Haley is somebody who's an incredible person,
Yeah, she's
had a lot of
an
fun.
incredible fucking person. So incredible that, you know what, she got tired of talking about this shit and decided to go to bed. You can see the chart right there. He's got it pulled up. They sold right about here is where all of the inside investors sold. And right about here is where you all are. You all that are left holding the bag of this dumbass coin. And, you know, but hey, listen, it's only a failure if you give up. Never give up and never quit and all that other, motivational shit. And hopefully, one day you will be able to sell your coins for a fourth of whatever, at least, that you paid for it. The other thing before I go that I thought was hilarious about this is the fact that she's connected to Logan Paul through his Better Company, who essentially onboarded her as a podcast host. I just find it that much more interesting that she's somehow related to the Pauls. And we already know what their history with scamming is. So, hey, birds of a feather. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. If you bought this token, don't be afraid to say it in the comments. I will roast you. You will get flamed. But don't be afraid still to let us know. Hey, you can be a cautionary tale for other people, But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. I've spoken on this enough. Again, go check out CoffeeZilla's video on this. He explained everything beautifully, and it is absolutely hilarious. But listen, that's enough talk from me. I'll see you in the next one.